the Sephardim or the Sephardim, right? The Sephardi Jews of the Sephardi Muslim ancestry that many of us have, being Moorish by descent. So that's what that is all about. And why is that important? Well, in today's time, especially with a lot of the immigration and things that's going on, it is very important that you make the right claims, right? You have to make the right claims, because what is going on is that now you have some U.S. citizens that are being attacked or being harassed by ICE. And this immigration crisis is spreading all around the world. So at some point, it goes back to what Noble Drew Ali said: every people must learn to worship under their own vine and fig tree. You see? So with U.S. citizens, you have to think about this. What is one of the main talks with the Trump administration? Is getting rid of the 14th Amendment. Now, if they get rid of the 14th Amendment, what does that do for so-called black people? Because according to black people and African Americans, they only became Americans by way of the 14th Amendment. So really, if they decide to pull the 14th Amendment, now even the defunct de facto status that you have been in really renders you, even on the corporate side, renders you stateless. Well, here it is. Now they're statutory citizens, but without the 14th Amendment, they're completely stateless. They're not even a statutory citizen. So if they pull the 14th Amendment, that means that, well, where can they deport you? Well, if you claim to be African American, maybe they would drop you off somewhere in Africa or somewhere. I don't know. But this is one of the reasons why you have to make the right claims. And this is the importance of the new booklet that I have, because the new booklet that I have without the 14th Amendment proves that you are a descendant of where? Europe. Yes, we are indigenous Americans, but we're also mixed with those Sephardic Jews and Muslims that came out of Spain, that were expelled out of Spain in 1610. So that booklet is a way of you putting that on the public record and also having that on your person as a matter of fact. Right? Because the Naturalization Act of 1790 includes the Moorish inhabitants, right? Right? If he drops the 14th Amendment, now what's that going to do for so-called black people that have the claim that, the 14th Amendment was for them to become citizens? What does that leave the people? It leaves you stateless. Completely stateless. Not just stateless on the private, but even on the statutory side. So what does that mean? That means that even the statutory rights that you have been enforcing on the land, now you have none. You have nothing, no statutory claim, and nothing that you can force, if you claim to be black or African American, right? So watch how things are panning out within inside of the politics right now, and know that the work that I started doing approximately almost 6 years ago is super, super important. And it's so important that even the Chinese authorities recognize the importance of what it is that I've been doing for my people. Right? They commend me for it. Right? So they recognize the importance of what it is that I'm doing, because, they know the situation. They know the situation with the people on the land here in America. So Noble Drew Ali said that he came to make you what? Good, true American citizens, right? In order to be a true American citizen, he said that you did not need the 14th and 15th Amendment, right? And then he goes into his writings, he starts talking about the Moors from Spain. He keeps mentioning Spain, right? While most Moors, they just keep mentioning Morocco, which we have that too. right? But according to the Naturalization Act, it's dealing with descendants from Europe, where we have a lot of our melanated ancestors and European ancestors that came out of Europe too, because we're mixed. So you got to make the right claims as it pertains to law. And the Al-Andalus Americano booklet, Certificate of Identity, is that particular claim so that there is no confusion, because there are going to be a lot of Moors that may get trapped up because they're not making the right claims. And I understand a lot of people, they're excited and they get excited about their Moroccan ancestry and that, which that is true. We do have that. We are the descendants of Moroccans born in America. But you have to be careful, right, when it comes to this naturalization stuff, and just don't make that claim. And don't be stepping out there around ICE talking about you're a Moroccan national. Be careful. That political classification, Moorish American, was coined by Noble Drew Ali to protect you, right? Because if you go out here and you make the wrong claims with the wrong identification, they may just put you on a plane and send you to Morocco, which probably wouldn't be a bad thing. But the problem is what is that going to do? Because they're not going to let you enter Morocco that way. They're just going to put you in jail. And then if they put you in jail, and with that claim, now you have no consul to come and aid you to get out of jail, which is another problem. So essentially, if you're in another country and you don't have consular protection, you can be in jail for the rest of your life and nobody ever even hears from you. This is the reason why I told people, hey, I never tell people to not get a passport, and I say, hey, if you travel with the travel document, know what you're doing, follow the protocols, and make sure that you abide by the law, right? Because you don't want to get in a situation where you have no help in a foreign country, right? So I like to use my own documents for the purpose of